So, hello everybody, my name is Fabrice Basnier. I was born in France about 43 years old. I'm so old. I had my first experience in French Ring when I was 15 years old,
Nice.
approx. So,
Long time.
pretty 30 years.
Yeah.
Pretty 30 years. I wear a suit. A bike suit. So I start competition, high-level competition in French Ring like a driver with my first dog, S. Léon des Plaines de Thiérache, with a French accent. It was Malinois, and first dog, and 3 years after we were in Cup of France in French Ring.
Nice.
So the same, it's about 20 years now I'm in top level in French Ring. And I start breeding, there is 20 years ago, approx.
Wow.
Approx. And with a kennel name, de Sabres. It's a gift from Jean-Michel Vedren. In France, is very famous because he had a lot of knowledge about the bloodline and all the genetics and with all the history. So he bring me this knowledge and this kennel name. He trusted me, in fact. I was surprised. He called me. I was in selective in French Ring.
Nice.
Competing with S. Léon, and he called me, say, "Hi Fabrice, what's up? I'm under the stress because I have to compete with S. Léon. I think we did a good job," and I was waiting for my score sheet.
Oh, nice. Stressful.
And he said, "Oh, no worries," and I think this selective I finished second. I think something like that.
Nice.
So no good score, and he told me, "Oh, Fabrice, I'd like to stop, but I'm sad if my kennel name stopped. Do you want to take my name?"
Continue.
Continue.
Nice.
I say yes, and I try.
So that's how we got to where we are today. That's very interesting.
Yep.
So let's start with the questions. We're going to be doing a series of questions today that we have prepared. So question 1, what part of the decoy is most desirable for the dog to target in trial? It's a very interesting question.
It's a good question, but difficult to reply in the same time because there is a lot of parameters about the bite work and the target itself. So first, in French Ring and Mondioring, ring sport in general, we want to lose the less point as possible. So we need to be pragmatic and strategic. That means the dog must bite the target the most accessible to catch. It's typically ring sport and especially French Ring. So historically, in the past, it was only the leg just below the nose.
Knees. It's okay.
I don't speak very well English. Sorry. Right now, it's the beginning for me. Huh?
It's our first interview. We're doing great.
Yes. So just below the knees, because it's the target the most accessible to the dog, and we have developed a lot of technique about that. And you have to know, in the past, the tradition was a good dog bites the legs, and a weak dog, he bites the top. Why? It's easy to reply because when you practice bite work, so I try to show and stay in the border. So when the dog bites the legs, whoop, do you see me? When you bite the legs, the decoy has all the top of his body who covers the dog. You see? We don't see you, Carolina. Whoop, whoop. So it's a lot of pressure from the top of the body. That means the dog has to be confident, sure of himself, to support this pressure from the decoy.
Okay.
If he bites the top, that means there, for example, or worst, there, outside, To be on the camera, there is no pressure, nothing. So it's more easy for the dog regarding the pressure from the decoy.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of people said when it's on the leg, it's for strong dog, and when it's at top, it's for the weak dog.
Weak dogs.
I wanted to say another word, but for the first time, maybe I stay clean with my vocabulary. But as all things, our sport had an evolution, especially thanks to the quality of the decoy. They are more athletic, more agile, they run faster, and the quality of the stuff, the bite suit, sorry, you can see a pants behind me. My stick. Whoopla, guys. Sorry, it's so the stick. No, we were talking about the stuff. The stuff is becoming year after year lighter, so the decoys progressively become faster, can move easier in the suit, so they were more agile, and in the same time, usually a trial decoy is a training decoy too, so the technique, the strategy in the training become better and better. The decoy itself become better, so the trial become more competitive against the bite work. We need to develop more techniques and become more strategic and teach a dog to bite everywhere it's accessible. That means if you make him stupid to keep bite on when he is coming, if you want he bites there but the decoy want to push him, if he has only the legs, he go and you lose points. If when he wants to come, sorry Karina, if he wants to come to catch the legs and you want to push him, if he bites straight, bam, you don't lose any points. So why a lot of people don't want he go up? You lose less points. So my opinion and what I do usually with my own dog, to reply to your question about the target in a trial, when they are young, I teach all exercise, all my technique with the legs, the most important. And after, when they know perfectly the exercise, I show the rest of the body to give them more experience and to find more solution when they fight against the decoy. Okay. And typically, there is one dog I think our friends know, it's a dog. I teach everything with the leg, exclusively.
Exclusively.
Oh la la, do you speak English?
Yeah.
Ah, interesting. So with a dog, everything, only the legs at the beginning, and around 10 months, when he knows all the exercise, guard of object, everything, and especially guard of object, because no one try to take the object with the leg. He try to take with the hand, so I prefer he knows all the body. And I introduce the jacket, in fact. But it's coming later, so that's my reply.
Awesome. So the most accessible point for
exactly.
the dog. Great.
Exactly.
Great. So let's move on to question 2. This one's a little bit of a different question.
Okay.
What is an ideal way of life for a dog outside of the ring in dog sport? So what is a typical home life, or what do you suggest for a dog away from the sport? Because the dog isn't always in the ring training 24/7.
So usually I say, and I know it's not really a reply, it's up to the handler.
Yeah.
To decide what is the best for the dog and weigh the pros and the cons of each possibility regarding his goal with the dog. I know in USA you like the dog inside.
Yes.
Okay. In France, usually it's outside, especially in French Ring. But I reply more, okay, what is good, what is not good,
Yeah.
and not what is the culture of each country.
Yeah.
Okay. So we agree we are talking about someone he like to perform in ring sport.
Yes.
Okay. If it's someone he think he has a pet and it's only to have fun activity, okay, do what he wants and don't consider anything, we don't care. Okay. I'm talking about someone he'd
With
like
a sports dog.
to go to top level. So the pros is the cons between life in the house versus life out the house. In the house, from my point of view, the pros will be a good exposure and a better relationship with the handler because he's a lot with him. The cons will be a lot of pressure because of the rules of the life.
Obedience.
A lot of obedience. Don't climb on the sofa, you say?
Don't get on the couch.
Don't get on the couch. Don't do that. Don't open the freeze and eat. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. So on the field, you put pressure with the training. You come back at home. Don't do that. Don't do that. What is allowed?
Yeah.
So it's a lot of pressure. That is a big cons for me about the life in the house.
Okay.
And you lose the motivation and you lose the energy of the dog to support the training.
Yes.
It's my point of view about the pros and the cons for the life in the house. If we compare with the life out of the house, that means more in a kennel, and they have an outside indoor part, outdoor part. So the pros will be a dog focused only on the sport because there is no other activity to do.
Yeah.
Plus a longer moment to relax and take the pressure off. Okay, after the training, there is no stress, no obedience, relax.
Yeah.
You can breathe and in fact it's a little boring for the dog, but we need that. So when you want to train, your dog has full energy and concentration to give his best in the sport.
Yes.
He's ready to work. It's another problem I forgot to tell, but about the cons with the life in the house, you can't control the energy of the dog.
Yeah.
You don't know if it play with another pet in the house, with the children, with everything, and you can't control that.
Yeah.
The body energy and in the brain. And that it's really the pros of the out life. The cons of that is, of course, the opposite with life in the house, the lack of exposition to give enough fulfillment and relationship with the rest of the family. So there is nothing on the field, and we need a lot of energy to support a lot of pressure to engage all his heart in the fight with the decoy, because in French Ring it's a real fight between dog and decoy. So that's why we need a lot of energy, and we need the dog when he comes on the field to train or to compete. We need he is ready to fight.
Yeah.
If he has a fun life in the house, he is less motivated to fight.
Yeah.
And for French Ring, we need really that. For Mondioring, the way of life in the house is interesting because the dog needs to know a lot of things and be more stable with accessories and a lot of stuff on the field. And there is one parameter in Mondioring: you can't train everything, and you don't know in the trial what's happened. That means you don't know what will be the accessories, which kind of retrieve. In French Ring, it's always the same retrieve. Not in Mondioring. The jumps, same. In French Ring, it's always the same jump. In Mondioring, it's the same jump, but they can do it differently. So sometimes, instead of the bar, you have a tape
Yeah.
But with the wind, so imagine the dog has to jump and a dog he live only in a kennel and never see that. He can be under the stress and don't understand it's a jump.
Mm-hmm.
So, to give a conclusion about life in the house or out the house, I did the both.
Yeah.
With my dog, that means my first dog, S. Leon, lived in my apartment when I was student in university.
Yeah.
So, in the house, and the other out the house, and I get result with the both. So that means it's possible. French Ring, Mondioring, doesn't matter. You can have result with the both situation, but you need to, what we have said at the beginning, to balance between the pros and the cons and adjust in function of that. So what I do with my own dog, they live outside in a kennel, but they have every day one activity, one moment with the family to give more fulfillment, and I think it's important, really important. They know they are a real member of the family.
Yeah.
Not excluded. Really, because the dog lives in a social group, so it's important. He has friend, family. It's really important. And I don't know, but sometimes, so they live in a kennel. I train, and it's time to go to pick the children up at school. Okay, I take a dog. I take Ragnarok or my new baby TNT. They come with me. We go to the school. Children comes. All the children pet the dog. My daughters are happy. It's TNT. They don't say TNT in French. TNT.
Okay, different.
Yep, and it's how I do. They live in a kennel outside, but quasi every day there is one moment, one activity with exposition, with a family, something like that.
Perfect.
It's how I do.
Nice. Well, that makes sense. So the handler, it's up to the handler to decide what works best for the dog's way of life, for the handler's way of life, what the pros and the cons. So it makes sense. Thank you. So let's move on to question number 3.
Yeah.
In your eyes, are sports dogs aggressive? So this could be interpreted. Some people would say the word attack is aggressive.
No. Sorry. Okay, for all question, usually I say it's up to the handler. It doesn't matter. You have no. That this question we have to be clear. The answer is no.
Yeah.
Absolutely no. A top level dog can be aggressive. It's impossible. Okay, my friends? Impossible. A sport dog can be aggressive. Some people can interpret the word attack as aggressive, but a word is just a word. It doesn't make any sense for the dog. But we use this word in French Ring because the rules ask to use this word. For example, in Mondioring, there is no obligation about the command you use. So you could say, hot dog, go to play.
Yeah.
And he bite the decoy. But I say play. So you see, doesn't mean, for a dog, a word it doesn't make any sense. So now to reply, why a dog can be aggressive? First, because aggressively bring instability. And an aggressive dog could not support the pressure and keep any good grip without chewing or release a lot of time. Bam, 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 everywhere. Why? Because of the pressure we have taken at the first question. The dog bites the legs.
Yeah.
Okay? I have to stay. Bite the leg.
Yeah.
If I cover an aggressive dog, he will bam, bite my face. Because my face, my body, it's an aggression for him.
Yeah.
So he don't stay stable, clean. He release, he go up. That's the reason a good dog can do that.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Can't be aggressive. It's the first reason. The second reason is how we teach the bite work with a pup or a green dog.
Yeah.
The decoy play with a tug, with a rug, and step by step we use a sleeve. Un momento. Because maybe our friends doesn't know exactly what is a sleeve.
Yeah.
A sleeve, in fact, it's a part of bite suit. You have a complete suit behind us, and that is a sleeve. And we wear like that. But for the dog, when it was a rug, we were playing with him. Oh baby, where? And step by step, the decoy, we play with him, wear the toy.
Yeah.
So, from the eyes of Man King, the dog is biting because he uses the mouth with teeth, and when the dog takes something nice, the word is bite. But in fact, from the eyes of the dog, he's playing with a dog. With a toy, sorry. With a toy the decoy is wearing.
Yeah.
Nothing else. And my favorite phrase is, in the eyes of a sport dog, the decoy is the best friend of his life. That's it.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
No aggressivity in ring sport.
Yeah, so the decoy is one big toy then for our dogs, and it's true.
Yes. No, the decoy is a friend who plays with the dog.
Yeah.
But he wears the dog. It's really that. It's really that. And that's why all our sport dogs, they are nice with people, and we can go everywhere. You know, when I go in World Championship, sometimes there is people, they want to take a picture with. So my last famous dog was a hot dog. So, or sometimes people have a puppy from hot dog and they want to take photo, and they ask if the children can come, and they, hot dog, and hot dog is to do a picture with all the family. Imagine with an aggressive dog. No way, it's impossible.
Yeah, no way.
No, they are super nice. No, they are super nice.
Yeah. Well, that's great. That was our last question for today. So that was our first interview with Fabrice Basnier. There will be many more to come. So we did good.
Yep.
Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for staying through the whole video.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I hope this first question can be interesting and motivate a lot of people, because sometimes people say, is it good to practice French ring? I have family.
Yeah.
Yes, it's possible. You can have fun with your dog and enjoy with ring sport, and it's safe.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much, Carolina. It was a real pleasure for me to have this interview, and I hope we see all our friends soon.
Yeah, we will. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.